You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Now for a lesson.
Konbanwa, Anime Otaku Show e yokoso. Good evening. Welcome to the Anime Otaku Show.
You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean.
Remember, we will be discussing all episodes up to the ones we talk about tonight. Anata go supporter o kinishi nanara, soyo. If you don't mind spoilers, welcome.
Go beyond! Plus!
Indeed! Konbanwa! Alright, bye!
Bye.
See you next week, bye! Hi everybody, Konbanwa, minasan! This is the Anime Otaku Show, episode number 21! Or 19, as the show notes state.
Of which is totally not.
I am CJ Huck Hackmon. Boat. They finally fucking called him Hackmon. Boat. And joining me through this magical world of an anime is Josh, monster friends to the boys and girls, McGrath.
Haro.
Carrie, female Falcor Wilcox.
Sure.
There's no sure here. That's just a death sentence. I'm sorry.
Justin, naked Devil Woman.
No. Why?
Because you didn't watch it. I get to pick on you.
I could have stayed home. Wait, where am I?
And of course, keeping us alive in the back area is the one, the only Raul Ikakumon Garza.
Hello.
And welcome to a special episode because we only had one episode of the stuff that we had been watching before, so that's always fun. But I proposed last week, as we were ending the episode, that we watch the fifth and final movie.
Yes, definitely final.
Digimon Tri, Future. So we are going to talk Digimans this week. All of the Digiman tries.
Digital Nansters?
Digglemansters. While I play Pelican in the background because I have permission to play his music and he does real great covers. Oh man. So Justin is a scrub and did not watch the 26 episodes back to back.
No, I did not, because I am obviously just a terrible person.
You are. I'm surprised you didn't just watch this one though and kind of give the always fun thing of the fuck is even this?
Well, that technically happened with the very last episode of this. Like very, very last episode. I watched it at Josh's house.
All of the weird shonen bullshit.
I got
That's
all
awesome.
of the weird shonen bullshit in the end. That's it. That's the
Yeah.
entirety of what I've seen in this show.
But really, do you need anything more?
Yeah,
That happened to me too.
You got like 90% of everything because they went over everything in the final episode like a shonen anime will.
But I still didn't get any context. I didn't know what the fuck was
Okay,
going on.
so the
It's
only
anime. You don't need
What
context.
disease?
my
What
only
is black?
experience to this is like the first episode or the first two episodes where Kai is kind of like all unsure about it. And I'm just like, what?
You called him Kai, which is great because my avatar as Kai has always been
No, Tai. Tai.
You
It's-
said Kai.
I know
You
I said
definitely
Kai.
said Kai.
Okay, I said
Kai.
Kai. I said
I'm from
Kai.
the digital
It's
moon.
Tai. Okay?
Digimoon.
Sorry.
You mean this moon?
Digimoon. Digimoon.
Yes, the moon is a lie. The moon is digital.
Digital
I have it right
monsters.
Well, yeah, it's hiding the
Digimon.
arc.
It's hard in the.
Are that Chimpums?
So
Nice, Carrie.
the only I stayed with Digimon from the beginning. The first season, the second season, Tamers, and then the weird one where they were like they became the Digimon.
Frontier.
Frontier was great.
Frontier
Frontier.
is so fucking weird, and I love it.
I love Frontiers.
Like
That-
they didn't even win most of the time. They're like,
That's what my kids are watching right now. They're literally like they're plowing through Digimon, and I love them for it. But they're watching Frontier right now, and it's still trippy and weird. Like
it's It's Digimon meets Tokusatsu is what it is.
Yeah,
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm giving the
You've
evil.
almost got me sold there.
I mean, it goes even a harder Kamen Rider reference than Justimon.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
it does.
Okay.
I mean, they're literally transforming into Digimon, so
Yeah,
you know,
they are
transforming superheroes.
Yes. Oh man. So previously on Digimon Adventure Tri,
Shit got fucked up.
it got real fucked up. So the last thing you see in the last movie is your hero protagonist dying on screen. Total.
Oh yeah, I did see that shonen bullshit where like he's just dead the entire like the very
Yeah, the first 2 episodes of this are
yeah.
Tai is. I'm okay with calling Taichi Tai because I mean it actually works. And I will unironically call Yamato Yamato the entire time we're talking.
Yeah, Yamato.
I will give the dub something. They at least go back to their original name. So you have Takeru, you have Yamato, and you have Taichi. I don't remember because I didn't watch most of it. I just know they went back to their original name. So I don't know if Izzy is back to Koshiro or whatever the fuck his name is because I still cannot just not call him Izzy.
Koshirohan.
I love him as
Bushido-han.
it's the only
Because for some reason, the digital monster speaks with a Kansai dialect.
right. I he's the only nickname that they translated to American that I actually enjoy. So yeah. So let's rewind all the way back to the beginning of this. This is 15 years after Mega Myotis, whatever the fuck his name is defeated.
That's the one where like everyone has their happy ending, right?
Yes. And they even give you because that's the end of Digimon Adventure 2, which is after. Okay, so the OG Tai and all them is Digimon Adventure, just straight Digimon in Digimon Season 1 and 2 in the Americans. Digimon Season 3 and 4 is Digimon Adventure 2, which has your Davis and your whatnots.
Armadillomon.
Also,
God, these English names are so
I legitimately did not know his name was Daisuke. I did not know Davis's name was Daisuke. I'm like, who the fuck is Daisuke? Why is he an important thing? Looked it up. Oh, that makes sense.
Finally, closure. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Not
you get
really.
no closure. None. You get silhouettes, and that's fucking it.
So all
I'm mad
of
because
the
I love Digimon Adventure 2.
so
Hey,
all of
so-
the
okay, go.
oh wow, okay, the music is clipping me, CJ.
Not clipping anybody else.
Well, no,
Yeah,
okay.
it is.
It's just Raul.
Whatever, go, Raul, go.
Okay. All right. So, are all the Digimon's names the same from the English version, the Japanese version to the English version, or no, completely
For
different?
the most part, there are a few glaring exceptions.
Yeah.
Considering one of them is a main member of the team, and that is the fact that in the English version, it's Gatomon because she's a cat and they wanted to make a Spanish pun for some reason. But in the Japanese, it's Tailmon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Ducking. That's the word I'm trying to look for.
It is really frightening, like, because I keep forgetting that her name isn't Gatomon in Japanese. So, like, they're talking and the subtitles say Gatomon, but they're not saying Gatomon. So I'm like, the fuck? Because I don't like Hikari's voice actress in Japanese. I just don't like it. I don't like her.
I mean, you're not missing much.
Yeah. So she, whenever she talks so fast and talks in that really annoying voice, and like I'm like, what the fuck is her actual name? It's Tailmon. I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I guess that would explain the reason why they don't say Gatomon.
Right. I was legitimately confused, like when I was watching that one episode. It's like, Who the fuck is Tailmon? This doesn't make any sense. Oh, okay, got it.
And then you have like the evolved forms typically will have the Japanese word for whatever it is, like whatever manga angemons, whatever manga is, magna, in
Magna.
in Japanese is what they call him. But for the most part, all of them are Agumon, Gabumon, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, I mean, like a lot of those are already. I'm surprised that they kept them for the English version.
I mean, they're easy enough to say, and they don't actually mean anything. I think that's the reason I was. See, her being known as Tailmon makes more sense on all of her forms except for Waifumon, but that's beside the point.
Okay, so what happened?
Makes sense because at that point she's a piece of tail.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, so what happened in this final movie?
Power of friendship bullshit.
Yep. Legitimately just power of friendship all the way through.
We get the shonen power up scene and power of friendship.
Like the vibe I got from this series when I first started it.
We had a major death, which was weird.
Oh wow!
Also weird. Yes.
Was it Joe?
No, none of the Digidestined died. The teacher,
the old man, right, or the young man?
Yeah, the young old man, the adult.
What the hell is his name?
Sensei.
Yeah, because it's like he was an old man, and then in the second series.
Oh no, not Genai.
Okay,
no,
not Genai.
No, Genai is digital evil right now.
Oh,
but complete.
It's not Genai. It's digital Genai who is digital evil, kind of like digital Ken is digital evil.
Oh,
digital
like
evil.
This series,
real Ken exists. Real Ken is in stasis with the rest of the Digimon Adventure 2 people who got fridged, literally.
Oh wow.
So man, I never hear like fridging brought up in like regular conversation generally, which is like such a weird thing because of course I know exactly what fridging is, but it still just sucks to know that's a trope.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I love the Adventure 2 Mons, and I'm not just saying this because I have some voice acting parts in it, but if you look up Blazing Azure Crow's Digimon Adventure Tri Abridged, constantly referencing the entire time, hey, maybe we should call Davis and the rest of them.
Sorry, I can't. Phone's busy. By the way, the teacher is Daigo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nishijima Daigo.
So this seemed like a very they tried to get like very not dark but the gritty version of Digimon, right?
This was definitely dark and gritty. This was DC Universe Digimon.
So DC overpaid and not very good.
Scale.
No, I mean the quality was good. Like, okay, so this was DC Universe animated Digimon.
Ah, gotcha. Like Under the Red Hood.
Yeah. Like it was really well done. Like you felt like this was not just a money grab. Well, it probably was a money grab, but it didn't feel like a money grab.
It was, but it wasn't.
It was a money grab lovingly constructed in tribute of the franchise's anniversary.
Yes. That's
the whole thing is like the Digidestined have grown up and they wanted the series.
So have the people who grew up with the Digidestined.
Yeah, and they wanted the series to reflect that by growing it up a little bit for the movies as well.
Because they only aged them, a few years, didn't they?
15 years.
15 years? Wait.
This is not 15 years later.
No.
This is only a couple of years later.
Hold on. Let me find the further.
Because isn't Tai just in high school? Wasn't he in junior high? No, it was elementary, wasn't it?
Forgot this started.
Yeah, they are all.
Tai is a second-year student in high school, so basically a junior.
Yeah, I forgot that this is freaking 3 years since Malo Myotismon. In the 3 years since the defeat of Malo Myotismon, the Digidestined have all grown older, and though they remain friends, find it difficult to gather as an entire group. Tai, Kamiya, now in his second year of high school, feels this disconnect keenly. A new threat arrives in the form of infected Digimon, who have the ability to rampage on Earth and leave wide swaths of destruction behind them, causing public sentiment to turn against Digimon in general. Tai struggles with the changing times and with his own growing realization of the repercussions of his actions as time moves inexorably forward.
Yeah, because
I read that was all me, by the way, all me.
Okay, so at the end of
Right off rip.
at the end of the second season, which is the because the first one's Digidestined, the second one is what?
Well, so in America, if you're thinking of American, Digimon Adventure 1 spanned 2 seasons. And that was through the defeat of Myotismon the first. Once Myotismon went away, the Digidestin went into middle school, and then a second group came in, including Hikari and Takeru.
What was that third season called, or that Adventure 2?
It was just Digimon. It was still just Digimon. It was Digimon season 3 and 4.
Okay.
And it was still the same freaking Digimon thing.
Digimon.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing they did to what 4Kids did to all anime at the time.
Yeah, and apparently continued. Because I'm not going to do it again because that was horrible to listen to.
Yeah, do not subject our viewership to that.
The dub intro for this was wretched, and like I am unabashedly a dub watcher, but I watched this in subs because I'd never watched subs growing up. Obviously, I grew up with 4Kids. I wanted to watch it in Japanese, and like I didn't realize how different the voices were and how different the name structure was. Like I mean, there for a while, like I just kind of folded into the fact that I could know everybody's name except for Izzy, and I still can never remember Izzy's name except for Izzy. I will never remember okay, so it's Digimon Adventure's 15th anniversary. That's where I got the number 15 stuck in my head.
Oh, okay. So right off the bat, I think from what I remember, they referred back to Joe's real name in the Japanese version.
It's just Joe.
It's just Joe? I thought they...
Yeah, Joe Keto.
Yeah.
Or
Hey,
Keto
brother.
Joe.
Yo, brother, how you doing?
So...
Not where I got that from, by the way.
So I think like the oldest between all of them was Joe, wasn't it? Because isn't he doing a doctor?
He was always a year older, a year older than the rest of them. Because he was a year older, and TK was a year younger than the rest.
He's bracing for college exams, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is a huge thing in Japan.
And Mimi's like in Los Angeles, I think.
Yes, she starts off in LA as a model. And oh boy, do they waifu up her real good.
Oh.
Complete waifuization.
Oh, yeah. And they introduce, if you didn't think just her and Sora, and I guess Hikari, if you're into that whole thing, is not enough waifu material, you get introduced to a new waifu right off the bat.
They're all 18. They're all 18. They're all 18.
Aren't they in high school?
Yes.
Carrie, they're all 18.
Oh, right. They're all in that one particular private college that still makes the students wear uniforms.
Yes, that one. Yeah, so
and SFW University.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So you have Mekumon, who's the new Digimon brought into this as marketing.
Merchandising.
Marketing monsters, marketing one.
Where the real money is made.
Yep. And she is her Digidestined is uncreatively named Mako. But like I said, if you didn't think that Sora and Mimi were enough waifu material for you, here's Glasses waifu.
So for the longest time, because I came into this in the middle because Josh watched part of the series while I was at work, and I just came home and kind of sat down and watched it with him.
You could not stop me from watching this shit.
I didn't try to. I kept hearing Mekumon and Mako and thinking that Mako was a nickname for the Digimon.
Well, it's still
they're so
Mei-chan.
similar.
They call Mekumon Mei-chan and they call Mako Mei-chan. They're the entire fucking thing. They call both of them Mei-chan.
It was really fucking confusing, especially like coming into it part way, and I had to keep asking Josh who was who.
Okay, so the upside is, off note, we're not the only server that removed Me6. Good job on failing, Me6.
Oh, did Me6 die everywhere?
Yes, another server I belong to also removed Me6. But that's neither here nor there. Sorry, I was just literally got the loving tags everywhere else. Like, stop.
Look at me, I'm dying.
Yes,
Existence of pain.
everyone, stop. I love the hey at everyone. I removed the at here from this bot.
Please kill me. Thank you.
But yeah, so that character was really oddly introduced into this. Though I mean, I love them as a character. You grow to like Mako and Mekumon. Mekumon being a really cool addition to the unit.
Excuse me, sorry. Didn't hit the sneeze button.
Bless you.
You all right there, Justin?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
Justin exploded a little bit.
Yeah,
Just a little bit.
My nickname in high school was Hurricane Sneeze.
Ah,
It's just a thing.
Hey, it's not the rocket sneeze though.
Yeah, oh God, Adam's rocket sneeze, unbelievable. Continue. Sorry.
no, you're fine. So Josh, you watched all this when it kind of dropped, right?
As soon as it dropped when available.
Nice. I watched. I stayed out of it because I tried to be too cool to rewatch Digimon until the third movie came out, and then I started hearing from people that I liked and trusted that it was actually good. So
I see.
This is before I met you. Or at least before we started talking about things like this.
I was gonna say, has it really been going that long?
First movie dropped in 2015.
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh.
November 21st, 2015.
I remember when that first dropped. Holy crap!
Yes,
Wait, did they release them?
Are adorable and little.
Did they release them like weekly, or was it just like the whole thing dropped?
No, you got movie drop.
Yeah, they dropped a good chunk of time after the movies themselves did, because spoiler alert, this is like 4 or 5 movies
Yes.
that they edited up into bite-sized, well, not bite-sized,
God,
episodic
and
chunks.
those episode cuts are terrible.
They
Oh, they are awful. They are
just
awful
the
episode
worst.
cuts.
Yeah, they are not great.
Like the most egregious part of it is because it's movies being cut into episode length stuff. The very beginning of this crawls.
Yes, because you are meant to watch it. Because so like when you watch the first movie, Reunion, the first 2 episodes. Obviously, this is a hour and a half movie. No, 2-hour movie. The first 2 episodes are like they bring you they lure you in with an Omnimon fight, and then nothing for almost an hour. Because in the movie theater, you're just gonna sit there and watch it. But when you have that episode divide, it hurts.
Where's my Digimons?
Yeah, you have character development. I don't want
So
you don't
this-
watch Digimon for the Digestion, damn it.
So was this released in Japan as movies?
Yes. Theatrical.
Yes.
They were released they were theatrical releases in Japan.
So this is like what, 4 or 5 movies?
5 movies. And in Japan, they were theatrical releases, and all of them actually got a theatrical release in America as well. But it's obviously the dub one.
And
Yeah.
very select releases at that, I believe.
Yeah. But
it
like,
was-
why split it up to 3 episodes?
5.
Well, this was 5.
I think the shortest one is 4.
Okay.
Episodes.
But like,
Because it is a feature-length movie, but because of the way that Funimation, I'm guessing, procured the rights for them, not Funimation, Crunchyroll procured the rights for them, they had to be released as episodes. I'm guessing. I don't know.
well, but then again, on their free users, that's 3 different videos that they can show videos on 3 different ads on 3 different videos.
That's another big thing. Yeah, it is opportunity to monetize more. And it really hurts. Like that really hurts, considering like the first 3 minutes of every single episode are the last 3 minutes of the last episode. The upside is I got to run through this very quickly while I was watching it right before the show because I could just cut through 5 minutes of content on every single episode.
The intro and the 3-minute recap.
Yeah, because I love On My Love. I love it. It's a fantastic intro. But I could skip that minute and a half and then 3 minutes of recap because I just watched the last 3 minutes. Or whatever it's called. Is it On My Love? I don't freaking know. Japan has Butterfly.
Ah.
But you remember On My Love. So yeah, I mean, the first movie is definitely catching up. Here's a little bit of Mekumon, and there's infected Digimon. That's your antagonist in the first movie. There's random ass infected Digimon, and they get you deal with Tai not feeling confident in himself and everything like that because puberty.
Yeah, he's seen the destruction that's going on from the battles.
Also puberty.
Wait, in second year in high school?
I'm being facetious, Raul.
Oh.
It's not until the second movie that you start getting, and then each one of these up until the final one, Future, you get new forms for each of the base Digimon. You get ultimates evolutions for each and every one of the new the old Digimon.
Mega canonically, I believe.
Whatever. It's so
good. I know. It's so bass backwards.
I hate the fact that for some reason they switched Ultimate and Mega in the English. So I am hardwired as a person who watched this growing up to think Ultimate came before Mega. It's dumb, and I hate
it. They did flip it?
Yes, in Japanese, as it should, Mega, and then, I don't know, have the Ultimate form be called Ultimate. So your War Greymon and your Metal Garurumon are Ultimates. I think.
Yes.
And
because Metal Greymon and Weird Garurumon are their mega forms.
Yes.
Depending on which you're looking for. And then Omnimon's kind of its own special shonen bullshit ultimate 2T.
Yeah, it's its own DNA Digivolve weird bullshit thing.
Octavia in the chat making a great point. Why don't we just call them Z Digimon?
I mean, kind of, but yeah, then you get the DNA Digivolution, which is Omnimon and all them. I miss Digivolution, by the way. Like, I love the Japanese Digivolution, but I have them yelling out Digivolution in them. It's dumb and it's 90s and it's fallback. It's nostalgia bullshit for me, and I love it.
So I wonder,
we do get that sick guitar riff every time.
Oh yeah, man.
So that used to be like my favorite part of the episode. I think that was everyone's favorite part, the Digivolution.
It's why you watch this show.
Yeah, you don't watch the show for the kids. Like, you watch the show for the shonen power up and then the bad guys being beaten. This show is it is so good, and like the good guys may have struggles, but they always win, and I love that. Like, you never have to worry. And that's the reason why at the end of movie 4, when Tai dies, like, this is Digimon. The fact that actually somebody died on screen is a big deal, but it's never going to be one of the Digidestined.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Pokemon.
You're fired.
The Digimon don't die. They just get reconfigured and reformatted to an egg.
Yeah, that's how you get away from Digimon dying.
Yeah.
Like, and Josh and I got on this discussion around,
I'm sorry. What are you talking about getting away from Digimon dying? These movies fucking subjected me not only to Wizardmon,
Oh, but Leomon
Pumpkinmon and Gatsumon again.
over and over again.
That's right. I forgot
Leomon,
about.
every time you see Leomon show up, you know you're gonna start crying somewhere in that season.
I forgot about Leomon.
Leomon
Oh.
is the Kenny of Digimon. Like,
Wait, does Leomon die in the
he
first?
dies in every single thing that he's in.
Because I know he dies in Tamers, but I don't remember how he dies in.
He dies in the original one too, fighting off Myotismon.
Oh, okay.
He saves Ogremon and then dies against Myotismon. And you feel bad for him because he's a fucking hero.
Like Octavia again in the chat. Oh, is that Leomon? Oh, there he goes again.
Yep.
Although I will say, as much as it's laughable and I kind of hate the trope of Leomon dying, the way that progresses in Digimon Tamers,
Oh my god.
and we get freaking Beelzemon,
and
that is still some of my favorite bit of 90s bullshit.
Oh yeah. Like in Tamers, you feel it though, because obviously he is a Digidestined Digimon at the time. Like
Mhm.
Yes.
And his trainer gets fucked up for it.
yeah,
But
and
out of
apparently-
the same token, we also get the development of Impmon's character.
yeah.
And
Which it's a
oh,
little,
that was nice.
yeah. Like a Digimon you didn't think you were going to get any kind of character development out of. Fucking Impmon, you get you start
All of the feels and the finest heel face turn
oh
in
yeah.
90s anime.
Oh yeah. Good guy Beelzemon is just the best. Like
When he gets that little spark gun from his trainers
yes!
and turns it into the fucking gigantic particle blaster. It's like, this is so stupid and I am 3,000% in.
So I'm thinking after listening to all this, I might start up Digimon from the beginning.
Oh, I have watched it with my kids from the beginning. Like so we got Digimon Menu Next Order. And my kids, like Rachel, fell in love with playing that game. She never watched Digimon growing up. The kids were so enthralled with it that I'm like, here, children, experience my childhood.
All of it.
2 months later, I can't peel myself away from the television, and they can't, and Rachel can't either. Like I said, we're up to Frontier, and they had to stop because they were watching too much of it.
All right, so we've talked about Digimon, but what happened in this movie?
Straight up shonen bullshit. We've already said that.
Okay,
It's
yeah.
bullshit.
So, yeah, you do get naked Mega Debbie Woman, or
yeah, like out of the blue.
or Denimon, because Divine Ordinance.
Huh.
There's something you'll notice about all of Digimon. It bats between Buddhist and Judeo-Christian mythologies for its yokai. So you kind of always have that, but you kind of always have the Judeo-Christian overhang on it. And this one, Divine Ordinance, says, I'm going to destroy the world.
Yep.
Homeostasis, which is a hacker group that are goodish guys, want to stop this ordinance by resetting the actual world's digital equipment, basically giving a giant EMP across the world.
They want to Y2K this shit.
Yeah, because that's the only way that this group can see a way around it, because they are trained to hit that reset button, because that's what they did earlier in Tri when they reset the digital world with the infected Digimon. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Is literally what they do with the fucking world.
Your world appears to be broken. Have you tried plugging it in?
Fucking Clippy just shows up and it's got, the
It seems like you want to reset the entire world. Would you like some help with that?
And then we have Hackmon.
Huckmon.
Hookmon.
Wait.
I about threw a pillow at the screen when they started saying Huckmon in Japanese, and I'm like, there's no fucking way they call him Huckmon in Japanese.
Hookmon.
And it turns out it's just apparently that voice actor that couldn't say hack, because certainly they got back to calling him Hack, and it's a different voice actor in the fifth movie.
So let me guess. Hackmon likes to hack things with his hands?
I
Like-
mean, kinda. He's
No,
a
he's just a real cool looking little dragon dude.
yeah.
Wow.
He is a data type. So like his entire point is preserving data. Like that's his shtick.
Oh, okay. So
I mean, his level up from that is Justimon.
Or Jesusmon, depending on how you want to.
That's Jesmon is above Justimon. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry. Jesusmon is above Justicemon. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
So he's like the tape backups for
And I'm not
for the
joking
server.
with these names referencing these things, by the way.
Yes, Umon.
It's since Digimon took place in a digital world, does the show ever play with glitches? Yeah, certainly when you had like Frontier played with those a lot. But this in Tri, that was the entire thing, is glitching the two worlds together.
And not to mention the infected Digimon were technically a glitch themselves.
Yeah.
Because I believe that as they explained it throughout the movies, the entire reason they were glitching was because a stray 2 winds up in their binary code.
Yes.
Oh, you mean quantum
All I
numbering?
saw was ones and zeros, and
Yeah.
I thought I saw 2. It's okay,
And
Taichi. There's
suddenly
no
little
such
shit
thing
is
as
trying
2.
to eat his owner.
It turns out in this one, not only was there a Rogue 2 bender, but yeah. So turns out they kind of play with it's kind of weird to put this into a real life thing, but like Mekumon started becoming more and more corrupt because they took on all of the information from the digital world reboot. Every single bit of it.
That's a lot of storage.
Every memory, good or bad.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can throw
it
that
fits
all
on a
onto a
floppy disk.
yeah. I was going to say that can fit on floppy, right?
Yeah, not a floppy-eared Digimon. Turns out that drives them insane, and I can't really blame them because they apparently were able to live like they were able to pull any memory from anything. That includes fucking things like the Dark Masters and things like that. Because as we learn in this, as we get references to every single Digimon, all of it is canon, including all of the bullshit that happened with Frontier and like all of this stuff that would be horrifying for a single being to possess. I mean, it's all we didn't try and pretend it's not Digimon today.
Wait, when did
It's a
Digimon
special episode.
air in the US? Was it like 97, 98, or was it early 2000s?
It was 90s certainly.
I remember Frontiers being closer to early 2000s.
Digimon English.
Yeah, because they didn't do much localization after Frontier, as far as I remember.
Yeah, they I don't think
'Cause I don't believe we got Digimon Savers.
I don't know. We may
And
because there was
I-
a weird moment when it did jump from Fox to Disney. So I
and
don't
then there was that weird cross with an X bullshit.
yeah.
I know we got that over here because the toys showed up over here.
Oh wow, this is an older thing that I remember. 1999 and 2000. Yeah. Wow. I am definitely in the universe that this existed previously in my childhood.
Yeah, that's exactly how this worked.
I was I came from the Kazam universe.
Not the Shazam episode.
Yes, we've been through this. My universe is the one that Trump didn't get elected in.
Yes.
And he's desperately trying to find a way back.
I am.
Oh, what is that noise?
Justin,
Oh, what did I do?
You're doing the thing.
Oh, sorry.
your mic doesn't mute.
I'm sorry. I need to. All right. Yep.
So yeah, with this, I mean, yeah. So we get that evolution after we get naked Anja Devamon, and of course we get power up.
Dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So is like the last few episodes of this movie just like power up over power up over power up?
Well,
Yeah.
that was one of the things that they did really great with the movies throughout the course. was that one by one, each of the other Digidestined unlocked the ultimate evolution for their Digimon. And these were forms that we hadn't seen before, in the series canon. Like, obviously, most of them existed out on the internet. Like, I've seen Rosemon before in other places, but this was the first time that Lilymon actually got to Rosemon.
Yeah.
And, like, I think it's like the vast majority of the second to last episode is just chain evolution. You get a power up, you get a power up, you get a power up, you get a power up. And oh wait, that's right, we're just gonna put all this power into Omnimon anyway so that he can go Angel Wing mode and endless waltz this shit.
Because of shonen bullshit.
Because shonen bullshit.
And they even went like the full length of full-on stock footage for every single evolution, because that's just how Digimon goes, right? Like, that there is no ifs, ands, or buts about having that sequence play. It will always happen. There is no exception.
There's no skipping this cutscene.
Yeah. Yeah, in this episode, like, you get the sick guitar riff, but man, a sick guitar riff is only so good when it doesn't happen every 36 seconds. And the power-ups were a little, Octavia brings out there, we're throwing out power-ups like Oprah. Yeah, you absolutely get non-stop shonen power-ups. And then when Tai comes back, it's
maximum overdrive, basically.
Yes. You get the power of friendship, including his little sister. I'm never gonna forgive you, but I'll fight with you anyway, Oni-san. And big explosions, Angel Wing, Omnimon,
Angel Wing, white and blue motif Omnimon.
Yeah.
Omegamon, whatever you want to call him.
Omnimon, like
Omnimegamon.
The guy that like actually says "fight me IRL" and means it.
Basically, yes. And then, like, I mean, basically they're just fighting a giant Digimon warship with Ordenamon. Like,
So wait, Digimon Warship, like the ship you fight at the end of Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, essentially. Like, her wings become other Digimon, and these lasers also become other Digimon. Like,
that's like a real deep cut.
Yeah, what a surprise. The ending of Digimon Adventure Tri comes down to the power of friendship. What a shocker.
Well, yeah, the power of friendship once Tai finds his balls again.
Yeah, Tai's balls drop, and then the power of friendship kicks in. So I haven't heard much from Carrie this episode. It's mostly been Josh and I doing the Josh and I thing.
I've tried to say a few things, but
sorry,
couldn't really get out there.
Sorry. So what have you taken away from everything on this?
Not a whole lot, really. I mean, I never saw the original series. I saw Frontiers.
Okay.
So most of my experience with this was asking Josh who everybody was and what was going on. And it was kind of interesting seeing, like, in the very beginning of Tri, one of the things that I never really liked about the endings of hero adventure shows where everybody goes back to normal life is, well, that can't be satisfying now. You know, how do you go from adventuring in the digital world and seeing all these crazy creatures and saving lives and all that shit to going to school every day and doing your homework?
Yeah.
And so it was kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting seeing that angle of it.
Yeah, and like they in my opinion, they actually handle it pretty well in this. Like, nobody actually handles their regular life normally. Like, Joe dives so far into his studies that he loses himself. Izzy becomes a freaking mega dictator almost and runs several corporations out of his bedroom. Like,
no, man, the guy's just got a little time on his hands, you know?
Nobody
when you're that smart.
Yeah. Nobody deals with being in school. Like, Ty's
and
just
have, that much money from your adoptive parents.
So is that how it ends? Just everyone just does their own thing.
Yeah, like everything Ordenamon is destroyed. Yggdrasil, which is the bad guys, with digital evil Ken and digital evil Jedi. There's no
Same
end.
person, by the way.
Yeah, like there's no ending for them. They say, "All right, it's time to try out Diabotomon," and then nothing.
I mean, there doesn't really need to be like anything separate, right? Because they just leave this open for, like, they've already told stories after this stuff happens.
Yeah, the end of Frontier, I believe. Yeah, the end of Frontier takes it to like 2027, or Fusion rather. Digimon Fusion. Looking up freaking, when I was looking through getting the Ultimates and Megas mixed back up. After Digimon Fusion, by the year 2027, Gabumon joins Matt as the first astronaut with a Digimon partner, and they land on Mars. Though they were,
Thanks, Japan.
this is the best end of it. Though they were supposed to land on the moon.
What the
Kind of
actual
overshot that
shit is
one.
this television show? What? How do I mine for fish?
I mean, how? Okay, you have supplies that go to the moon. How the hell did they make them last 18 months?
I never knew that was a thing, so it makes it even better that the picture that I always use for Kai on our Roll20 was being freaking War Greymon bypassed the moon and wound up on Mars.
You way overshot that one.
Now I kind of want to figure out what everybody else's stupid after Digimon Fusions thing happened. Like,
If I remember correctly, wait, Digimon Fusion or Digimon Frontier?
Fusion, which is apparently the last one, and they go to like the 2020s. At least by 2027, Tai as an adult has cut his hair, wears a yellow shirt under a zipped bluish gray jacket with a blue collar. He also wears blue pants and blue shoes with yellow soles. At work, he wears a white shirt under a black and blue tie. Thanks.
That's the kind of hard-hitting epilogue action that I needed.
Hard-hitting epilogue action.
I like how the anime protag has nothing going on, but yet his friend is just like, yep, I went to Mars accidentally.
With my best friend.
Though they do reference that at the end of this. So pulling it back, they're talking about things that they're doing afterwards. After Tai, watching his mentor die in front of him, finally decides that it's a good idea to get his shit together and go to prep school. Like, actually do something with his life.
I want to go to school.
Spoiler alert, by the way. Mentor and batshit crazy other supposed to be mentor were former Digidestin themselves.
Yes, with Hackmon and Anteatermon, or whatever the hell its name was. She goes insane after the digital reboot because her Digimon doesn't remember her, so she loses her shit.
Yeah, because hers was the poor unfortunate one that was sacrificed to make the four directional gods of Digimon, basically.
Yeah.
When previously fighting against the Dark Emperors.
We're getting deep lore here, boys.
Yeah, Digimon.
And that all happens in flashbacks, by the way.
Yeah, you only because these didn't exist in the show before these guys did. Like, yeah, you get all of these in movie 3, I think. 3, I believe it was when you started getting flashbacks.
And it was Taomon, I believe.
So
based on a taper.
Which seasons are actual canon? Because it's
all of them.
Yeah, literally, at the end of this episode when they're doing the literal spirit bomb, pretty much, and turning Omnimon into Angel, turning into a literal Deus Ex Machina. Like, you get the trainer, except for Digimon Adventure 2, which apparently they got shoved into capsules into the digital world.
So they completely took Davis out.
Yeah,
all that.
All of those really cool Digimon that could have helped a lot in this, including stabilizing Hikari. I was trying not to call her Kairi this entire time. Including stabilizing Kairi because because Davis was her best friend outside of boyfriend. Like all of them
And they
got
don't know how useful he is.
all of them got shoved in. Yeah, fuck you, Takeru. You worthless handsome husbando.
Oh.
And his little piece of shit.
Yes, and your little piece of shit. It's like they all got shoved into tubes, and after dying, Sensei and Tai find them, and then get shoved back to the regular world, and then they get put to a hospital. Apparently, they're all okay. Don't worry, including Ken, who's still a good guy. But you know, Anniversary has to give you Ken because he was the big bad for 3 seasons. Until he wasn't. Also, I love
Until he wasn't.
Stigmon.
Digimon and Wormmon were so cool.
Stigmon and his Kamen Rider reference.
Right? I'm a bit passionate about the subject. I'm passionate about a lot of subjects. Hi,
So
welcome to the IO
how
show.
did they get Tamers in this? How did they make Tamers?
Tamers, I think, is the only thing that's technically non-canon, because with Tamers, Digimon was a franchise.
Yeah, and I think that was canonically after everything anyway.
For like everything that is outside of Digimon Adventure 1 and 2 are considered canon in their own way. They are just part of the multiverse.
Even the movie is canon because they sure as shit show the little shit from America in this. Like the two brothers.
So I've heard that's like the worst dub ever.
It's so bad it's good.
Okay,
Like,
so I watched it when I was a kid and I loved it, but now everybody tells me that the dub is just utterly awful and that my favorite movie is a ripoff of it, and I'm a little salty about it because Summer Wars is my favorite anime movie of all time.
Oh my god, Summer Wars is amazing.
I've seen that movie 8 times.
It would be, I think it would be worthy to watch the Digimon movie dub as a Geek.io watches in the same reference that it is watching The Room. Like it is bad. It's bad, but it's fucking amazing in its horribleness.
Okay. All right, that makes sense then. Cool.
Like it circles around to being good.
It circles the train and comes back out awesome.
Yes. It's describe an anime badly. Digimon. Little shits get other little shits, beat up big shits, and with the power of friendship.
That God. So my wife.
You want sensical evolution trees? Fuck you.
So my wife was there when Josh was watching everything as well, but she was still like, "This is all just. I know that we're catching the end of this, but this is literally power friendship bullshit running the entire story, right?" And I said, "Yes." It's like, why is this still a thing?
Because 90s, and then nostalgia for 90s.
She also said the same thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but she's not wrong.
No, it's yes, she is.
She's not wrong. That thing is like I just beat Xenoblade Chronicles 2, by the way.
I love it. Great.
Yeah, I love that game. It's so good. It is genuine grade A shonen power friendship bullshit.
Fine. I'll admit
so
to it.
We're not saying that shonen bullshit is bad. It's just
I have been over and over and over again. I am a shonen fanboy. I love shonen bullshit because at the end of the day, it's good guys,
inspiring.
It is, and the good guys win. And in a world where everything is shitty and everything is dark, while it is fun to watch a movie like Infinity War, where bad stuff happens, I'm not going to spoil it, but while it's fun to watch something like that, everything ends up good in shonen anime, and that is great.
How would you describe a magical girl? Ore, would that be shonen or would it be shoujo?
Shoujonen.
Yeah, it is definitely shoujonen. Yeah, it is everything.
It is its own thing. It is ore.
And like we picked that. I know Carrie has said this, but like we picked that to be our like, oh, this is our funny and like throwaway show or whatever. Like this is the one we're gonna relax to, and it actually got pretty deep.
Well, that's the way our comfy shows go because we still like a little bit of substance with our variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look at what happened with Recovery of an MMO Junkie.
right? And had me literally crying on air. So I mean, I think we should go ahead and wrap this up. Carrie, not coming from a Digimon like watching when you were younger, what like did you enjoy this at all or
Yeah, I mean, I had fun. I was still confused as fuck. It did appear to suffer a little bit from shonen anime boys rule the world, girls are along as accessories syndrome. Not as bad as some things I've seen, but I did notice it a little bit.
You are completely accurate in that statement.
yeah, they at least they tuned it they definitely tamped it down from when you know, the original when Mimi was literally just an object.
Yeah, like it put it this way, it wasn't bad enough to make me stop wanting to watch it with Josh, but it was present enough to irk me.
And that's fair. I mean, at least at least Hikari was you know, useful. Like there was a girl, a woman was the catalyst for like the at the ending of this. Like,
Right.
weird oracle powers that are never really described. Like
Never.
ever, like in any of the Digimon adventures, like up until this, she is just this weird oracle with weird powers and nobody knows why.
Magic powers.
But you know, at least she played a active part in solving the issue. Yeah, it did wind up being Matt and Ty because fuck it.
I mean, let's be fair. Her role in the original Digimon was, hey, you're a tamer. You've got this crest. Guess what your crest is for? Powering up your big brother.
yeah, yeah.
She and TK are literally the reason War Greymon and Metal Garurumon happen canonically.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
correct.
Because the power of their crests lets Anjumon and Anjuwomon create light arrows that allow Metal Garurumon, or excuse me, Metal Greymon and Weird Garurumon, which is still one of my favorite forms,
Absolutely. Agree.
hit ultimate tier.
So what were their crests? Well, it was Hope and what was the other one?
Hope and light.
Oh, Hope and Light.
Delighto.
The thing is, though, is that there's a big difference between being the girl being the one who helps the boy save the world and the girl helping save the world.
Yeah. So yeah, I was and the girls have never really like Sora has been the closest thing to a like strong woman in any of these things, and even in these movies she got pushed back down to being a teenager, like,
And especially because the series sandbags her hard because her Digidescent crest is love.
yeah.
Literally the power of love.
I do like how her, while she is, you know, like the main girl, like she doesn't wind up with Ty. Like her and Matt are canonically married. So that did open up, you know, new waifu to be with Ty because you have to.
Click, click.
Justin, coming from a Digimon background and just listening to us talk about this, what did you think?
So I, of course, like you, am incredibly putting the right word to it, inspired by shonen bullshit.
Yes.
There's a reason why you and I tend to discuss Seven Deadly Sins and stuff like that, because it still hits me at a spiritual level.
Yes.
Not to be completely ridiculous about it, but it does. That's just how it works for me. My wife laughs at me all the time because of it, and I mean that's how we work when it comes to anime. If we can't roast it, we can't enjoy it.
Yeah.
But stuff like there are certain points where she can't handle it at all, like Black Clover. That anime is bad.
It's
That
really
anime
bad.
Can anybody handle Black Clover?
that anime is bad. That manga,
It's still going is the problem.
Yeah,
The
it's
anime
not-
is still going, which means somebody is watching it.
everybody's watching it because the early parts of that show are terrible, and Asta is an asshat, right? He's loud, obnoxious, annoying. He does his shit. But The manga right now is super fantastic. Actually has good character development. You actually enjoy your ride through it. I'm a sucker for shonen bullshit, right? Like I could sit through some real garbage tier stuff, but I look forward to every week of Black Clover, not because I can't hear Asta's garbage tier voice. I
Yeah.
just read it on the manga, and it's fantastic.
Oh,
There's a lot of
so the only reason the manga's better is because it's silent.
because you can't hear Asta's voice.
Why did
I'm
they
not
go with
joking.
such a loud? Didn't you say the dub was like a little bit better?
He is slightly more tolerable, but even still, like because they're trying to faithfully recreate the dub or the bass. They're still telling this voice actor to be more obnoxious. Like,
Right.
Come
so-
on, do it again. I want to hear you gargle those balls.
yeah.
Yeah.
So while it's tolerable, it's still not good.
Yeah. So this still this series is the end part of it all, really. The shonen bullshit was there, but it's still I got chills watching it. I
Yeah.
like seeing good, conclusions happen in the end. I like the upswings, the downswings. They aren't as like shonen anime is never as subtle as, seinen or josei, you know, manga and anime for adults. I mean, you get some shock factor from some of those, but they're usually a more subtle thing that you'll get through from the beginning to the end. It's usually a much slower build up, giving to a really, uh, God, a really satisfying conclusion. This
Yeah.
is just event, 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 boom, 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 ups, downs, and there's never really like a super lax point in it, which brings pacing stuff for me. I know I only did see the last 3 episodes of the thing, but once I understood a little bit of it, I was okay with it. I enjoyed the ride. That was the last 3 episodes. I got a little sad when people died, even though I didn't really understand what was going on. My translator, good old Josh, helped me out. But it's certified grade A shonen bullshit, and I'm still a fan of it, so I'm okay with it.
Fair enough. And Ro, kind of same thing with you, having seen the old stuff and listening to us talk about this.
Well,
What do you-
I mean, it sounds like they just went like a dark. Okay, sorry, I'm hearing clicking. But yeah, so it just seems like with the first episode they went on a darker and more realer theme with this series.
Yeah, I mean, they're grown up, and so is the audience, and that they're like, hey, you can tolerate a little bit more realism, quote unquote realism. People actually dealing with consequences of their actions.
Yes, I mean Ty, I was gonna call him Kai. Ty in like the first episode is like, look what's happening. The fact that yeah, we destroyed that building. Who's gonna pay for that? I mean, who's liable for all this? They're not gonna charge the Digimon that they just destroyed,
Yeah,
and all these people getting hurt because of their battle. I mean,
yeah. While the actions are heroic, yeah, there is a consequence to these.
yeah,
He's starting to see that, and that's nice character growth. Because let's be fair, when you're a kid palling around with your transforming dinosaur who shoots fire from his mouth and eventually rockets from his chest and all other kinds of crazy bullshit, you don't stop and think about things like property damage. You think, holy shit, my giant dinosaur just shot rockets from his chest.
Yeah,
This is awesome.
You don't get character consequences from people in anime very much. Like it doesn't happen super often because shit just blows up all the time. When we all grow up with Dragon Ball Z and you see like, oh, entire villages get destroyed or entire mountains get destroyed, and nobody talks about like the conservation of those
Or
cities and
planets.
bullshit like that, or planets. I mean, you'd see like the devastation of planets getting, being important storylines and stuff like that, but nobody goes out and nobody looks at the consequences of their immediate actions. We're actually getting the cool thing. I actually will agree with this, is that when this stuff kind of happens, you're actually getting into more serious, like comic books will go into this. Comic books will actually show you fucked up an entire city. You need to pay for this. Like the whole hero accords, the Avengers Accords from the Marvel movies.
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Incredibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same. I mean, that's the main topic in the first Incredibles movie. The fact that
who's responsible for these?
yeah, and what was the other one? And at least in My Hero, they address it by the government pays for it because all the heroes are government servants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you get licensed. That's why you get credentialed.
And that's why you're not allowed to use your quirk.
Willy-nilly.
Yeah. I mean, if it's something like, oh, I'm just going to move this across here in your own personal house, yes, but you can't use it in service to stop a crime, right?
Or
Yeah.
even just out and about. Like I read the first chapter of Illegals because I reasons, and one of the characters is using his quirk just to get around the city, and the police stop him, and they're like, "Dude,
Not
everyone,
cool.
if everyone used their quirks whenever they wanted in public, it would be anarchy. Please stop."
Oh, wow.
Wait, is
So,
there something about illegals that you don't like?
No, I misunderstood the name of the protagonist and thought that it was referencing a different character from My Hero showing up in Illegals. And then I found
okay.
out that that was not the case, and I was sad.
Oh, okay. Wait, what character did you think it was?
I will PM it to you.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I mean, I would like to hear, I mean, Rachel watched this last one with me, but not even like she kind of only paid attention, and it was most of, hey, I know who that is, because of Digimon Menu. But yeah, so I think she enjoyed herself watching this, and obviously, I mean, I love it. Like, and Josh, I take it you enjoyed it as well.
I enjoyed the hell out of it. There were some things where I had to, do a deep dive into the old gray matter, and it's like, when did this? Oh, right, that's why it's relevant. That's who those guys are. That's when that happened. But for the most part, it was just oh, hey, look, it's little shit, still as useless as ever.
Also, that animation quality outside of Omnimon Deus Ex Machina mode.
well, they had to save all the money for that.
Yeah, they did, and it was very obvious. Like Tai came back, and Agumon got his boost, his warp evolution, and like everything just looked like garbage. Like it was so bad.
Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of it, and just like little personal things, little personal takeaways from it, like getting to see Gatsumon and Pokemon again, because I fucking love Gatsumon. He's one of my favorite generic Digimon.
Right.
So adorable and rocky, and I just want to hug him, even though he probably weighs a ton. And then, Hercules Kabuterimon.
Yeah, you and your
Bug robots.
Give me my Beetle Boy.
My good Beetle Boy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you. Like, and I mean, I think it would have been cool to see. Like, I wanted more because, like you with Kabuterimon, man, Greymon is bae. Like, I wanted another Greymon evolution so bad. I'm so sad we didn't get one. I know we already got another. We already have enough of them, but damn it, I want my wolf husbando.
Garurumon.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry, what I say?
Greymon's the dinosaur.
Oh yeah, I'm okay with the dinosaur too, but man, yeah. I mean, obviously, I enjoyed it. So yeah, that was our Digimon Adventure Tri special
And more.
Yeah, and we'll be back next week with normal scheduled My Hero Planet with and apparently Cells. So,
Which I read the synopsis for that. It's like, okay.
It's biology, the anime. No need to ask questions. Just let it happen.
And learn something in the process.
that frightens me.
Because everything that happens in the show is legit.
Completely. I
It
love
may
it.
be stylized, but it's biologically accurate.
So join us next week when we talk about that on our normal scheduled time. For the rest of us, we're going to be posting up between Carrie and myself. We're going to be posting up the MetroCon panels within the next couple of days, a week latest. Had a real great time out at MetroCon. Thanks, if you are watching, listening. Thank you for coming out. Greatly appreciate it. Join us on our Discord, which is geek-io.net/discord to chat with us. We talk all sorts of all of the animes in there and not just in a time restricted format. Along with other things, I guess, but there's anime there too.
And puns.
And
so
puns.
many puns.
Full on punishment.
Yes. And yeah, if you want to support everything that we do here on the Geek.io network, head over to patreon.com/geek.io. And that'll actually unlock a little bit of more Discord stuff for you, where you can give us feedback directly on the show, stuff that you like, stuff you want us to change, and a lot more, including Dale doing special recordings of GLS stuff in one of our patron-only hangout rooms, which is fantastic. So if you want to email the show, hit us up at show@geek-io.net. Just put anime in the subject line. And yeah, that is us. We will see you right back here next week when we talk more anime. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Water Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geek.io Media Network production. Copyright 2018, you see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.